Hello everyone, welcome to our Planolution channel. I'm Mish.
I'm Blues.
I'm Mastodon.
And I'm Rocco.
Hello, and welcome to this Planolution video. I'm Mastodon, and today I will be showing you how to make your own trading card game in the Gamecrafter. If you haven't already seen our video on how to make your own trading cards, make sure to check that out because we will be using the card that we made in that video to show how to put it into the Gamecrafter. So first, you'll want to go into Make Games, then Games, Create Game. You can title your game whatever you want, but I will just call this Example Game. Now create game, wait until it loads. So next, if you're making a trading card game, you'll definitely want to have a deck of some sort. So a deck doesn't mean that it has to be a standard deck of cards. You also use deck for packs of cards, just it's a much smaller deck and they're randomized. So our card game uses a poker deck, which is 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So I'll use this one. Next, you'll want to click Add Deck to create your deck of cards, then one copy probably, and here you can choose whether it includes all cards, random cards, or random cards no duplicates. The one that we're using is random cards no duplicates. All cards means that all cards you put into the Gamecrafter will be included in this deck. Random cards means that it picks a certain amount of random cards from the cards that you put in and puts them into the deck. And then random cards no duplicates does the same thing, but it can't pick two of the same card. So I'll pick random cards no duplicates, and then here you can title the different categories of cards that you have. So we have common, uncommon. No, we have common, rare, super rare. Then we also have legendary cards, but we put those in the same category because you can either get a super rare or legendary, so they just both go in the same category. Next, you will want to pick the quantity of cards that go into this pack. So a pack can have any amount of cards, but the Gamecrafter charges by sheets. So each sheet has 18 cards, and that means that the most efficient pack will be an 18 card pack because it uses exactly one sheet of their paper, and you only pay for one sheet. So all of these together will add up to 18, and I'll put in 15 commons, 2 rares, and then 1 super rare / legendary. You can choose how many of each of these you want. This is just the amount that I'm doing right now. So next you can add a back for your cards. The card back can be anything you want. I'll use our Planolution card back. And then here you have to click on this and make sure that everything important fits inside this blue border. And then this red border is where the card will be cut out, but it can be shifted a little bit, so that's why this blue border shows you where the safe zone is. It can be shifted because when they're cutting it, the paper is not always in the exact position that you expect it to be. So then, since I see that everything looks fine, click Approve, and we can go into the cards of this deck. So to add in cards, you'll just click here and then select a card that you want to add in. But first, I need to show how to make the cards fit into the template to make sure that they will be cut out properly. So here there's a button to find your template, and I'll pick Photoshop because that's what I will be using. Next, I'll open this template in Photoshop, and here it is. So now that we've put our template into Photoshop, you can see that here's the dotted blue border, which shows everything that will definitely be seen inside the card, and then the red border, which shows where the card will be cut. But again, it can be shifted, so that's why you want to make sure that everything is important is inside the blue border of the card. So next, I found that all of this text is useless, and if you already know what all of the lines mean, so I can just hide it. Okay, so now that we have our template, we can go back into Google Drive or wherever your card is. For us, it's Google Drive. And the best way that I found to save it is you click print, and then instead of printing it to a printer, save as PDF and save. I'll save it as four-winged fire. And then in Photoshop, we can just open it. And here you want to make sure that the width is 2.5 and the height is 3.5. If it's different, such as 2.6, you can just change it. Then click OK. And once it's opened, Control A to select it, Control C to copy, and then Control V to paste it into the template. And now we want to make sure that it's inside the area that it'll be cutting, that where the card will be cut. So move it outside of the template folder. And then to make it visible, you just have to select the layer with the template and make the opacity 50 so you can see your card behind it. And now we can see that here's the red border and the card is inside it, and everything important is mostly inside the blue border. So if you want, you can make your card smaller to make sure that like the bottom of the numbers or the lightning bolt doesn't get cut off. But I think this is an example, so it's fine. And then also, since it can be shifted, you don't want to leave this area blank because then there will just be a white place on your card. So I'll add a layer behind all of this, and I'll just make it a solid black color so that even if our card is shifted, it'll still look good. And now to save it, you hide the border, the template, file, save as. Then you want to save it as a PNG probably. And four-winged flyer. Okay, so now I've saved it, and I called it four-winged flyer. Then go back into the Gamecrafter. And now you can click on this area and select your card. Now I've selected it, and here it is. You can click the I button to check to see if it's good. Click approve, and now you've put in your first card into the Gamecrafter. Congratulations. Next, you can name it here. I'll leave the name that it is. You can change the rarity. So let's say that this card is a rare. And this is a completed card. That's basically it for putting your cards into the Gamecrafter. Now, you'll need to probably add some sort of box. So for boxes, you click on Edit. Then you select the box that you'll be using. For Planolution Starter Decks, we use the Poker box for 54 cards. Edit, and then you will need to add a picture for this box like we did for the cards. So again, there's a wrong one. There's a template, and you can select Photoshop and open it. It'll give you this template. And then you need to make some sort of image to put in here. And again, the blue lines are the safe area. The red one is where it will be cut. For our box images, we make them on Google Drive. The same for our cards. So here's a box that we had for our Planolution Sacrifice starter deck. We put in the Terraro Planet card and then a bunch of creatures. And the way I knew how everything would fit was I downloaded the PNG version of this template, and then I inserted it here. And then I inserted the template into Google Drawings, and I made the transparency 50 so that you can see through it and you can see your image behind it. As you can see, it lines up with the outside of the box, and everything's mostly where I need it to be. If it goes beyond this line of where it'll be folded, then the picture will simply fold over onto the side, like Scouring Scavenger's head is partially on the front of the box, but then also on the side. So after you do this, you can get rid of the template and save it the same way we did with Four-Winged Flyer by clicking print and then saving it. After you do that, you can open it in Photoshop. You can open it in Photoshop the same way that we did with the card, and you put it in, you make the background behind it black. And to make sure that it fits, you can put in this template in front of it and check to see that the box is inside, which here we can see that it is. So if everything's good, then save it the same way we did with the card and put it into the Gamecrafter. And put in the card into the box category of your game. After it loads, you have to click the eye to check if it looks good like we did, again, like we did with the cards. Everything's really similar once you know how to do one thing. So here it's inside the lines, approve. And if you don't want a box, if you wanted a pack, you do the same thing, but with the pack template instead of the box template. So I'll show where the booster pack is here. Download the Photoshop template, open it, and just put in an image that fits inside these lines. So before you publish your game, you first have to order it. So you have to add it to your cart. Then from your cart, you have to order it to be shipped to your house. And after 10 days, after you do that, you can click publish. Well, before that, you have to put in a few pictures of your game for the store page. And then you can click publish, and it will be published for to the store for other people to buy. To view your store page, you click view and shop. And at first, if you don't add anything, it looks really plain. But at the top, it should have your images that you put in. And here you can put in some sort of description also. And then reviews will go at the bottom. And 3 reasons why people should buy your game. And you can do all of that here if you click on edit details. Then you can scroll down, and here you can type the description of your game. And here you can add some images that will appear on your store page of your game. And for the description, you can also add in URLs of videos or of images. Then here you can change the price. This is the markup. This is how much it sells for in the store. This is how much it costs to make it. This is how much the Gamecrafter takes, and then this is how much you will make. So if a game costs $5.34 to make and you sell it for $11, you'll make almost $4 off of it. And also you can set the shop background, your game logo, some basics of the game, first edition, players 1 to however many, playtime and age. And then you can add UV coating or linen texture to make your cards look better. And then that's basically it. Thank you for watching. Check out our other videos. Like, subscribe, comment about if you were confused on anything or what other videos you would like to see. And
Goodbye.